Good morning, everyone. My name is Bert Kramer. In this video session, we're going to be doing an overview of the Booking Manager, specifically the Quick Submit. We're not going to be able to address every situation and scenario they could possibly run into. As soon as we can, we're going to be recording a more in-depth version of the Booking Manager that addresses the full proposal and groups. In this session today, we're going to cover why you must submit a booking notification, and then how to submit a booking notification via a Quick Submit. We receive commission checks on and direct deposits on a daily basis from suppliers every day of the week. And sometimes the agent's name is identified alongside of the passenger and the commission amount. However, most of the time we only have a confirmation number or reservation number and the commission amount. As our commission team is entering these checks, they will type into our TRAMS accounting system the confirmation number. Now, if you've submitted a booking notification, it'll be immediately pulled up and allow us to match that commission to you. Without it, that commission goes into our house account and literally will sit there until an agent contacts us looking for their commission. Now, from time to time, the confirmation that you're provided by the supplier is different than what is actually on the statement, and we take our time here to try and also pull up your booking by other information such as the passenger name or the travel dates. The second reason that we need you to submit a booking notification as soon as you make a reservation is that from time to time we get calls from suppliers. Maybe there's a problem with the reservation or documents arrive. And without having that booking notification in our system, we're unable to tell the supplier who the agent is associated with that booking or who the documents actually belong to. Finally, make sure that when you are making a reservation that you provide them with your username or your full name. A lot of times we'll get an agent who will call up, let's say Carnival. The reservation will ask them what their name is. They say, "Hi, my name is John." And unfortunately, that's the only name that the reservation at Carnival puts down is John. And then when we get the documents or the confirmation emailed over to us, we're trying to go through our system and identify which one of our 20 or 30 Johns, that particular booking belongs to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here with actually creating a booking notification via the Quick Submit. But before I do that, I want to just make a quick note. If you're using Firefox, Mozilla, Safari, or in some cases Macs in general, you're going to have some difficulties making the booking notification here. There is a workaround for that. If you have one of those browsers and you don't have access to a PC with Internet Explorer, go ahead and send us over an email and we'll email you back some instructions on the workaround for that. Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and click on the booking manager, and I'm actually using Cindy Hansen's actual agent portal here. We call it a booking notification, but the system here identifies that as a quick or as a trip page. We're going to go ahead and click on this to create a new trip page. Okay, the first thing to do here, and again, because this is a quick submit and our only intent here is to get the information over to our accounting department so they can be looking for your commission check. We're not going to bother with the information on the left-hand side of this. We're going to concentrate solely on just the basic information that's needed to get your booking submitted to accounting. Now, in this case here, we're going to go ahead and look up the an existing client. And I actually loaded myself in here. And again, if your contact is in there, simply by clicking on the Look Up Existing Client enables you to pull that that client's data here. We're going to go ahead and save this information. Once we save that, we're going to have two additional buttons that appear here. We're going to go to the Quick Submit. Okay, we're going to choose the segment type. In this case, we're going to do a cruise. The segment name here just helps you identify who this client is and what they're doing. We're going to go get the vendor. In this case, it's going to be Royal Caribbean. And you can see that populates that information here as you go through this. The date is real important here. I always recommend whenever possible to use the calendar. And this is an actual sailing on December 13th through December 20th. Total price of this is $1,198. Not going to worry about the taxes here. Confirmation number here. This is very important. If nothing else here, we need to have the confirmation. Obviously, as you're going through here, we do need all this information, but the most important that you get correct here is going to be the confirmation number. Commission, if you're not 100% sure what it is, always use 10% as a rule of thumb. We'll actually adjust it on our end here when we get the actual commission check. And then currency, most all the time, is going to be US dollars. If it's not, go ahead and put the currency type in there. We're going to scroll down and do quick submit. A lot of times agents will think that they're done at this point, and in fact they're just beginning. So this actually, when we hit the quick submit, it moved us over to the payment section. You can see we've got a balance due here of $1,198. In this example here, we're going to show that the client is putting down just a deposit. So scrolling down to the bottom of the page here underneath tip number 21, we're going to select deposit. This is the credit card. This segment here, we're going to post this showing it as of today, the 13th. And the amount was $500. We're going to add that payment. It'll refresh the screen and you can see now that payment has been recorded, and there it is. Now, if you want to get a printed copy of this for your customer, you simply click on the little printer icon right there. And there's a copy that you can print off. Of course, it's got your business name here, the invoice number, the date, all the information that they're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. And we're almost done here. The payment's been recorded. Now we need to let accounting know to be looking for this. So we're going to go over to the accounting tab. And in almost every case when you do this, you're going to see that there's going to be two check boxes here. We're going to check both of those. Okay, and by the way, if you need to let accounting know of anything special, like you need to have the documents shipped directly to the client instead of shipping the documents to you, or any other notes that you need to get to accounting, this box right here would be where you would put those notes. And I'm going to click Submit Information. I'm going to get the little pop-up box here basically saying that you understand that you're submitting this information over to accounting, and I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And you'll know that that's gone through when the page refreshes and you see in red here, account information sent. Basically, again, what this is doing, this is a quick submit. You're using this with a trip that's just one segment. In this case, it was a cruise. You wouldn't necessarily use a quick submit for doing multi-segment travel, like you're doing a cruise and then maybe a post or pre-stay, maybe a rental car or air tickets. This is just for sending over a single segment. Okay, and again, at this time, all that information is in our accounting department. They'll go ahead and enter it into our system. And the next thing you're going to do is when you make the final payment, go back in here and record that you sent a final payment. And the final step will be for you to watch for that commission check to arrive. Okay, that's all we have for today. I want to thank everybody for viewing this video.